The Book of Mao. He was a person who wrote a book on communism in the Asian world. Vladimir Lenin. Adolf Hitler. North Korea. Iranian. What are they all hold problem to? We mean here $17.99. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing. And leave a comment. If you're not subscribed, subscribe anyway. I'd love to have you. And give me a thumbs up. Vladimir Lenin, Adolf Hitler, Xi Jinping, North Korea, the Iranian Supreme Leader, Soviet Russia. Right? They all have in common. Communism, Islam, slavery, property, period. Vladimir Lenin was born in 1870, he died in 1924. He was a revolutionary and the main architect in the Soviet state and led the Bolshevik coup in November 1917. Adolf Hitler wrote Mein Kampf, wrote 2 volumes, between 1924 and 1926. What had they all done? They killed a lot of people. Vladimir Putin killed a lot of people. The Islamic Iranian government, the supreme leaders killed a lot of people. North Korea's killed a lot of people or put them in slave labor camps. China's killed a lot of people or put them in slave labor camps. Socialist Democrats are doing everything they can because they want to take full control of our entire thing and rip down our Constitution and enslave us. Those who will bow down, those of us who won't bow down, they're going to have a problem. I guarantee you. Half the military I know won't go with them. Because we have a long history of fighting this stuff. Our fathers, our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers all fought against this stuff. They're in nursing homes, or they passed away, or they paid the ultimate price. And today's veterans are doing the same thing. So what do we tell them? What's going to happen to our battlefields if these people come to power? Well, we already know that they're going to get rid of the Supreme Court. We already know they want to take the 3 branches of government and put it in their pocket. We all know they want to take down the Constitution. We already know they want to take over all the financial institutions across the country and in Washington. We also know they want to take care of all the farmlands. We also know they want to take care of all full industry, which actually runs the stock market, by the way. Imagine have all that industry and have the control of the stock market. They control the hospitals. Remove all firearm manufacturing. Defund the police. Remove the Pentagon. Setting us up for an invasion, isn't it? Or trying to do a smooth I guess you say, a smooth transition with no resistance. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. That's why they're after all semi-automatic rifles and handguns. Many police departments are kind of like shaking their head like, we're not going to do this. So now leaves you National Guard. How much the National Guard will do it? Some will do it because they're afraid of their families or need a paycheck. Some do it just for the excitement. Others will say, no, I took an oath to the Constitution, I won't do that. Same with regular military. How many of the regular military actually use F-18s as cruise missiles against their own citizens who support and defend that Constitution? Which will support and defend generations from now of that Constitution. And let's just say that Islam gets too much powerful and removes the socialist Democrats. And now what do you have left? Mind the Sharia law nonsense, where women and daughters become property of these Islams. And men who were veterans, I guess they're going to get rid of them. Or put them in slave labor camps. Young boys should be castrated maybe. People got to understand something here. We're at a very, very delicate crossroad. November is only a couple months away. People think that we're going to get all this free stuff because I don't want to work. Let somebody else give it to me. The only thing you're going to get is wind up yourselves on the graveyard, because once these people rise to power, the history is proven these guys, they were all, well, they made a very terrible fate and a bad decision, which wound up in a very, now let's say, unhealthy situation. You can't make this stuff up. If you read these books and you study these people and you understand what this is, and you listen to others who came from this horrible events of our early years, they have a story to tell. Old veterans have a story to tell. People who were in the concentration camps, I don't know how many of them are still left, have a story to tell. But they want to destroy all that and start fresh. So what will happen to our battlefields, our history, Civil War history? Put malls and stores and dig up the graves? What about our cemeteries? We put flags on them all the time because they fought against socialism and they fought against Islam and this Islamic nonsense. Are they going to rip them all up too? What about the veterans who are still alive? Do they go after them too? How about the people who were in these nursing homes who just died of all this COVID-19? Now, mind you, are they a drain to society? How knows that? Well, according to Mein Kampf, yes, they were a drain on society, so they were euthanized. People with defects, heart defects, or old age, had other issues, were mainly euthanized. So when it came to the problem with the Jews, that no country wanted them, even here in the United States didn't want them, well, the final solution, the same thing we get with the regular people, we'll get rid of them the same way. Well, they had to build large camps like Duggendorf and Auschwitz. can't make this stuff up, man. Our rights, our freedoms depend on what we do. Democrats for years have used this craziest game called democracy. Democracy is only this when we come together to vote on a certain project or we voice our opinion. We are a federal constitutional republic, which means we have individual rights, which the Ninth Amendment protects the 10, or I would say the Bill of Rights, and includes the Second Amendment, by the way, which these parties don't believe in. But as Biden said, no amendment is absolute. That means you're going to take down the Constitution. And you're going to use F-18s and cruise missiles to go after a tyrannical government, which that's why we're armed, to keep that from happening and keep enemies out of our country. Now, the question comes to mind, if Trump did not become president in his first term, Hillary Clinton became president, what would have happened to us then? Trump was a disruption in that thing going on here that we are doing now. Now they're on steroids, they're pushing everything, anything they can. They want to disarm us. They want as less resistance as possible. They want to take control of this country. If this country falls, our economy goes, oil, natural gas, farmland, timber, wood, water, all that goes. Now in our technology, now you have the enemy holding our secrets, our weapons, which they can use on any country that does not submit to their way of life. Which they're trying to force us to do so. That's why they want to disarm us. We don't want to be communists. We don't want to be Islamics. We are free. Under God's rights, that's we are. We are free. The Ninth Amendment says all rights are protected under the Bill of Rights, and rights that are not written down are also protected. Now, they don't like that. They don't like the Constitution. They don't like us to be armed. They don't like us to be free. In their mind, we should be a slave or on the ground. These communists and these socialist bastards, I don't think they get the idea. We like the Supreme Court the way it is. We like the Constitution the way it is. We like the way our government the way it is. We like things just the way they are. Leave it all alone. That's point blank. But you want power. You want slavery. You want to create us as property. We're not property. We're human beings. We're not slaves. We got rid of the slavery deal when we freed the black Americans. Which is also, by the way, the 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th Amendment. But you don't believe in the 9th Amendment, so those amendments don't agree neither, right? I'll leave you with this. November's coming. And we better be on our toes. And we better be ready and be prepared. So then you keep your friends and family close, and we'll catch you around. Don't vote these bastards in. You take care.